Good morning. It is the September Success Month, which means every morning, yours truly right here is coming live with my cup of tea to bring you something that you can actually focus on today. That one simple thing that maybe you haven't been thinking about for a while. So, I was cooking dinner and I was starting to cut an onion. And I cut it in half and noticed, that terrible smell and my eyes started to water and it was, that whitish looking. It was like one of those whitish onions and it had all of the rings, right? All of those rings. And I thought, it's kind of interesting. Who, for one, ever thought about like if we cook this thing, it's going to all of a sudden taste really yummy, and then we can put it on burgers and we can put it into pasta sauces and we can put it on salads and we can do all these amazing things with these grilled onions. But the raw form is terrible. We are not like, like loving it. And I know a lot of people do like to put raw onions on things, but I'm talking about when you then take the onion and you put it into a saute pan, you add a little olive oil, you add a little salt and pepper, and you slowly simmer it. And then it turns clear, it turns translucent, it starts to take on that incredible aroma. Where if you just cook an onion in the house and somebody walks in from outside, they're like, "Ooh, that's so good." But here's the thing: when you start to think about your business and you start to think about those things that, on the whole, are just like not things that you really like to do, not things that you really want to do. And then you start to, give them to other people, and they're not things that you necessarily really want to check in on. Well, I kind of equate this to if you're running your own company right now, or you have, a side hustle and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do with it, or you are in, a business. We have, when we work for somebody else, we have management reviews. But when we work for ourselves, how often are we actually reviewing ourselves? How often are we taking that look and seeing, like, how are we doing? Like, if I were the manager of me, what type of report would I give myself? And a lot of times when we don't have that, we kind of have that little voice inside our head that gives us all the excuses about why we're not doing certain things. And so when I think about the missing ingredient, actually, there's a couple, right, to getting that raw onion to the state of yumminess and the state of like, yeah, this is so good. This is so clear. It's really the olive oil and the heat, right? And that heat is kind of your intensity of what you bring to your business. And so for today, I want you to think about the raw state of you and the heat that you can bring to your business today, with one thing to give you a little more clarity into something that you've kind of not really wanted to be around, not really wanted to dive into. And let's look at that. And by the end of the day, go back and say, all right, if I were managing me, what would I give myself in regards to moving that forward? And that's all I want you to be thinking about, is no more excuses today on that one thing in the business that you have been putting off, the thing that that literally can make you cry if you cut it open, but you got to deal with it. You got to add that one little something, which probably is your attention, to start having it get clearer on what needs to take place to move it along. Okay? Wow. I mean, we got it all this morning. We got onions, we've got cooking, we've got clarity. we've got it all. So let me know in the comments below what you have been putting off, what you kind of look at as that raw onion that you're like, ugh. And let's decide right now, no more excuses. You are going to tackle that one thing today and let me know what that's going to be. So put it in the comments. I'm so excited to read those, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a great day.